attributes. I think you should take a Myers-Briggs test so we can see what personality traits
I
you
did. I took a Myers-Briggs
And
test.
what did it say your letters were? You know,
INTJ or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You and I? Okay.
I'm very, very assertive. I'm an extrovert.
That would be an E, not an I.
What is it?
An introvert.
My class took it.
Okay.
My whole class took the personality test because we teach Myers-Briggs in organizational behavior. So, and it hit it on the button.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful test.
It was on the money, man. I'm like, yo, go Myers. You still alive?
There's two guys, Myers and Briggs.
So let me digress quickly. And this is
Are we done with the last conversation? So
Yeah.
we're done with that.
Yeah, we're done with that.
So we recognize that you say there's institutional racism, and I say there's work that needs to be done on our behalf as well in order to progress and move forward.
Yeah, but we can progress. We can move forward. And if we don't get rid of the institutional racism, we're spinning top in mud. If
we can't get rid of that, then you create your own institutions and don't have to worry about racism.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's going to take some time. That's going to take some time.
That's all we got, hon.
Right now, we are in the system. So if we get rid, you see, that's what it is. If it's a cancer, right, you got to try your best to get rid of it. And when you get rid of it, right, then you can live a healthy life. If institutional racism, but you know what? Nobody is going to get up and say part of the problem in the school system is institutional racism. Nobody's going to get up and say that. Because people feel that if you get up and say that, somehow you're a racist to say that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Somehow you're a racist. But it's the truth. And here are the numbers.
You are a racist for calling out racism. That's the crazy thing.
But just think about the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We have 20% more African Americans from when? The beginning of this year or late last year?
I would assume that it was from the previous year, Anselm.
No, I would think it's from the OCR report to now. From the OCR report to now. I would absolutely...
We could get that clarified. But go ahead.
We are going to get that clarified. Absolutely, positively. And it baffles my mind. It's baffling.
Don't be baffled.
That all we do, we go to these meetings, man, and we are on our tippy toes. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this. You know, listen. Times are different. You can't keep doing the same things.
Obviously, they're not different if people are afraid to speak.
But what we are doing...
Actually, seems like times are...
We are doing the same things and expect to get different results. We are doing this... Oh, I tell you, 15 years ago, I sat in the Columbia High School cafeteria discussing the same thing they were discussing last week. Exact same thing. We go in groups of 7. We go here and we talk about, okay, what ideas can you come up with? You know, you come up with these ideas. Yeah. When we come up with these ideas, you put it on a piece of paper. Somebody takes the paper, they give it to the school system, and then the school system put it in the
circular file. No, I'm just kidding.
And it collects just what?
Dust. Yes.
Just dust.
Dust. I'm sorry.
That's all. You don't.
I was like dust.
You don't get justice.
Dust.
You get just dust.
Dust.
That's it. That's the new one for us, right? You get just dust. That's all we get. And listen, if you don't behave, I'm going to put you in a naughty corner. You don't behave, I'm going to put you in a naughty corner. Nobody's held responsible. Nobody. Superintendents come and go. Principals come and go. And it's the same thing. Same thing. It's over and over. Same thing. Never sung. It's the same thing over and over and over. And
okay. All right. Wait.
Most of us, like, well, you know, why can't we get together with the school and try to work with them? No. Work with them?
Well, this is why we need to create our own things, Anselm. And people need to not be afraid of that. It's like, let's run away and separate and create our own stuff. Oh, no.
Marjorie,
I can't do
Marjorie,
that.
I'm hearing you. But what the system needs to start doing, the system needs to say, you know what? Right? We're going to make this system the best system for every kid. Listen, they don't have these problems in boarding school. They don't. When you go to boarding school, They don't care what you look like. They don't care how dumb, how intelligent. They don't care. You in boarding school now? This is your responsibilities. And your responsibilities are going to be the same as that person right there, that person right there. Same responsibilities. I'm going to expect the same amount of work from you. Right? I don't care. I don't care if you went to Newark, you came from Newark, and you came from South Orange. You came from Milburn, and you came from East Orange. I don't care. That has nothing to do with us. You are here to be the best you can be, and we're going to make you the best you can be. You know, another thing. You know how many...
God, I wish I could tape this. Oh, my God, he's on the soapbox.
Yeah, every once in a while I get on this soapbox. It's my birthday, by the way.
Yeah, so
it's my birthday.
We're going to allow you to... Since
I have known a few kids that went to Columbia High School and is in level 4 above, and then go to college and is right back in South Orange and Mayport.
I know a bunch of them.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Right? I know some of my son friends, right, who were in different levels at Columbia High School. They graduated from Columbia High School. They went on to college. And in a year's time, they're back in South Orange and Mayport.
I got two statements. Is that a bad thing?
Is that a bad thing?
Will you unfurrow your brow while you're talking? Okay. With your youthful self.
Is that a good thing?
Well, now, generally, I would say no. But, you know, people live in a community and they come back to that community and they work in that community. Everybody doesn't go away.
They drop out of school and come back. Okay. They drop out of school and come back. Some of their parents are paying cash for them to go to school because they can afford to pay for them, and they drop out. Mm-hmm. They can't deal with it. They can't handle it.
Would you put that on the onus on the school district, or is that something else?
The school district.
Some other factor.
The school district didn't prepare them. They did not prepare them for life in college.
But the district it's not the responsibility of the district to prepare you for everything.
College
they prepared. Wait. No. They prepared you.
What are you supposed to do?
They prepared you. You have a transcript. It gives you a grade point. You, if they could have helped, have certain SAT score. Now that door has been opened. The rest of that is not the preparation for you. It's the same as the plantation people. You do not know or have whatever it takes to get off the plantation and stay off the plantation and deal with the unknown. You just don't have it. So that's either coming from the parent or coming from some other thing. But it is not the district's duty to make it that you can live out on your own, even in that protected, enclosed, shelled, safe environment, and stay gone. You're academically prepared. Your test scores say it. Your SAT, ACT, your transcripts all say that you have the ability to work and stay and function on your own to the small degree that it is what college is, and succeed. I know some of these people. They might have been, a brain, but they don't have whatever fortitude. The school can't do everything, honey.
I'm not saying the school can do everything. Let me say this to you.
We need to get back to your world record.
And I can only use examples that I had to deal with. Okay? Boarding school. Boarding school prepares you for when you go to college.
That's right, because you're already away from home.
It prepares you for what you're going to expect in college. It prepares you how to study in college. It prepares you for the next life ahead of you. Mm-hmm. To me, high school should be preparing you for college.
Academically only.
Not just academically, but preparing you to be successful in college, whatever that form takes. For example, Milburn High School is preparing a lot of their kids for college. Seton Hall Prep is preparing a lot of their kids for college. St. Peter's are preparing their kids for college.
Well, one thing that to be
Newark
prepared.
Academy
Wait a minute, but to be
is
prepared,
preparing
that's
the
nice. But to be
for
prepared,
college.
it also requires that you are able to function without the direct guidance and handholding of your parents, right? I know how to wash my own clothes. I could stay away from my mother.
But that's why you're in the building for 5 hours a day. You are preparing to be away from your parents.
You know what you're preparing for now? You're preparing to take a standardized test to pass. The rest of that is on your family.
Wow.
It really is. I'm sorry, I'm kicking that ball right back to your family. Now, if you're in boarding school and you're living with a bunch of other kids your age who are all going through the same stuff, yeah, you get to grow up quicker and you get to learn what it needs, what you need, how to manage your time. But there's no class in high school, at least not in the one that I'm in, that's telling you this is what it's like. Hey, these people are afraid to go outside of the 20 miles in which they live. Well, you have I can't. What if I get lost? You have a phone. You don't use the phone as a tool to map yourself. You've never been outside of wherever it is. And again, that's why we go back to my original point, that is we've got to create mechanisms and institutions that'll help our children learn how to function effectively outside of the confines of Maplewood, South Orange.
Okay, I want to digress quickly.
Okay.
I really want to touch on that Michael L. Jackson thing on Cornell West.
Oh wow, we should have started earlier.
But I want to address this Marilyn Zuniga thing.
Where are you looking at?
We
never talked about that. I was wondering how you felt about that. I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, you want me to tell you how I felt?
Well, yeah, the meeting, because you were agitating in the meeting. I could hear you.
Oh, my God.
How are you going to... You can't agitate. You're the media guy,
listen,
Anselm.
I was so...
You need two phones, because I need to call you sometimes, and I can't be calling you if the phone is taping.
I was so
outraged?
So
is that the word you're looking for?
I was never more outraged. Listen, I'm telling you, we got it good in South Orange and Maplewood. I swear to God. This was a Board of Education meeting. The secretary on the Board of Education stood up and tell police, officer.
There were cops in the meeting?
Yeah.
How many? Well, let me go, because how many people were at that meeting? What would you estimate?
I would say
it was in an auditorium, the way it sounded.
Over 200 people.
And there was some kind of entertainment before I heard that.
Yeah, what it is that they do a good thing, though. They do something good. Is that before the board meetings actually starts, each one of the schools in the district puts on a presentation.
Okay.
So the school, Forest Middle School, was putting on a presentation, and the kids dance and all that stuff. That was pretty good. Okay. I find that was really good. That was excellent. Okay. I think South Orange people needs to do that. You highlight a school at every board meeting.
Listen, we would be in those board meetings will go till 1 a.m. But
listen to this one. So this woman named Marilyn Zuniga.
Right.
She's a 3rd grade teacher.
Right.
And what happened is that the kids wrote letters
to Mumia
Abu Jamal.
Right.
And it is my understanding that she didn't get the permission from the school principal in order to write letters of compassion to Mumia Abu Jamal, because he's like he was on his deathbed.
Right.
With his sugar level and his diabetes. And she thought she was teaching the kids compassion. Being compassionate for people. Because there's a lot of organizations that write letters to people in the hospital on their deathbed. Okay. And they don't know if they're rapists, if they're criminals. They don't know anything about them. But it's my understanding that the Fraternal Order of Police put pressure on the mayor, and the mayor is a friend of mine. They put pressure on the mayor of Orange in order for him to put pressure on the Board of Education, and I did not know this.
Oh, because I wonder how they even knew about this woman doing that.
Yes, well, it came to light because some parents talked about it.
Okay.
So, in Orange, the board is elected.
Okay. As ours is.
It's selected.
Oh, selected.
Excuse me, selected, not elected.
Selected by.
So the mayor appoints the board.
Oh, wow.